Stop lying to yourself. What are you really good at and what do you love doing? Because in order to become successful and truly fulfilled in this one life that you have to have both ingredients. Because if you have, let's say, only what you love doing and you're not good at it, you're gonna be broke, poor, and miserable. And if you make a lot of money, but you're not doing what you love, one, you're not making as much money as you could be making, and two, someone else that actually loves what you're doing will be better than you at it and therefore will become more successful than you at it. And you'll also just be miserable, right? So in order to become really successful in this life, both, spiritually and also financially, you have to have both. And this is what I've come to the conclusion, both in my own experience, right? Working at the startup in the past 2 years, working with, training people. I actually don't like training people. I'm just pretty good at it, right? But I'm miserable as a result, right? And also with this book, if you read this book, by the way, phenomenal book. It'll describe exactly what I'm saying. And also conversations with my professor, who's very successful. And I mean, it just makes sense. But the thing is, you can't lie to yourself about this stuff. It's one of those things where it's only you with you. It's not your family and you. It's not your friends and you. It's not your girlfriend, whatever it is, and you. It's just you and you. You have to have this authentic, honest conversation with yourself. And you have to look at it objectively. Like, what do you genuinely love doing? That if you had $1 billion in the world, or if you had $1 billion in your bank account, you would still be doing that thing. That's number one. Number two, what are you actually good at? Like, it's one of those things where people will tell you what you're good at, but you also know yourself if you're actually good at it, right? And I'm not saying, compared to other people, I mean relative to your other skills. Like, for example, me, I am, pretty good at training. I am pretty good at, let's say, analyzing stuff and problem solving. I'm decent at math. But I would delude myself into thinking that I am great at that stuff and that doing that for a living would allow me to unlock my fullest potential. That's just me BSing myself, right? But the truth is, after carefully looking at myself, my true strength lies in asking great questions. It's in talking to other people. It's public speaking, giving presentations, and just being full of energy, just being genuinely curious about other people. That's where my true strength lies, right? And also my energy, my positivity, whatever it may be. But it all starts with that one skill, asking great questions, that leads into all the others, right? But I wouldn't have reached that conclusion if I wasn't honest with myself. And you have to do the same. You have to really look to your past and your current self as well, and notice the trends, notice patterns. What were you actually really good at? That it just comes naturally to you, at least more so than the other things that you do. I can give a presentation without prepping and have that presentation be a banger with compared to other people, right? And it's just because I've done presentations so often, and I'm just really good at public speaking and getting the vibe right. This was evident with my genogram presentation that I had in front of my class. I didn't prep for that presentation, but it was a 5-minute presentation, and it made people laugh. It got people hooked on, and they were at the edge of their seats. And it was something that I just delivered flawlessly. I didn't stumble over my words. I didn't say right? I just kept going and going and going. So with that being said, that's the first part. Find out what you're good at. Number two, find out what you actually genuinely love. People say that, don't follow your passion, right? And there is merit to that, where it's you can become passionate about the thing you're doing because you get really good at it. But here's the thing, right? When you find out what you actually love, then you will work so much harder and so much longer than every single other person who is also working on that thing. And that will be your edge. That is what is going to make you stand apart and allow you to become successful. Because you're not doing it because of the money. You're doing it because you love it. And when paired with, the fact that you're actually good at it, bam! That's the secret to success. That's the secret to fulfillment. At least that's what I truly believe, right? And of course, that's why I say that it can't just be one or the other. It has to be both, right? I'm passionate about singing. Doesn't mean I can make a living off of singing. Doesn't mean I want to make a living off of singing, right? Or playing the piano. You have to be objective about it. What are you actually good at and what do you love, right? And it ranges too. It can be a specific skill. For example, I love talking to people, but it can be, or sorry, it can be very specific, like, oh, I love managing people within a company, right? But it could also be, or rather, I love having genuine one-on-one conversations where I'm talking to the other person, asking them great questions. That's the micro. The macro is like, oh, I love, talking to people in general. I love getting to know people in general, and I love helping people win and seeing them win, right? That's the broader context, and that can be applied to any area, right? So there's a lot of ways to go about this, but ultimately, what it requires is for you to just spend one-on-one time by yourself, and just reflecting on the past. Like, what were you, drawn to naturally, and what are you actually good at? Sit with those two questions and just really think about it, and then that is what will allow you to make strategic decisions on how to make your career path and how to mold that path in a way that will allow you to become successful and also, most importantly, fulfilled. Because think about it, like we only have one life on this little blue dot in the middle of nowhere, right? And it'd be such a shame to not live it, just live our best lives. It'd be a shame to not unlock our full potential. It'd be a shame to not make the most of what we have, our gifts. Because every single person is different. Every single person is unique. Every single person has a gift. Whether you think or whether you know it or not, or whether you believe that or not, it's true. You watching right now, you have a gift that is unique to you. And it's up to you to uncover it, dig it, right? Through a lot of, past memories, a lot of just self-reflection. But once you find it, it's gonna be like a ding, 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 ding. And once you, I'm telling you, once you find those two things, it's gonna become epic, right? So just for some context, I'm making a big pivot in my life right now, right? I'm moving out of the health and fitness industry, and it's really made me go on a journey of self-reflection. Like, what do I actually want in life? And what am I actually good at? And what do I actually love doing? And I'm still on this journey now. I'm gonna write it all down. But what I realized is that I'm really good with people. And that's not even me just, that's like not me gassing myself up, but relative to my other skills, I'm really good with people, having one-on-one conversations with them, asking really good questions. I'm good at presenting, I'm good at public speaking, I'm good at, emotionally reading the room, I'm good at managing people, right? And all these different things, I know that's what I'm good at, now, right? And I have a lot of additional skills that go along with it. Integrity. I know deep in my heart that I'm integrous, I think that's a word. I know I have a really strong work ethic, and I know that I care, right? And I know that I'm respectful. So these are a lot of things that honestly are really rare nowadays. So I know that's my edge. And I just have passion. I want to make it happen. I have that fire. And not many people have that fire nowadays. So I know that's my edge, right? So those are things that I'm good at. Now, what do I actually love? Well, when I look at my past, for example, right? I love reading descriptions on cereal boxes, right? Just reading through them, get the juicy adjectives and whatnot describing the product, right? I love talking to people. Like today, I went to this Chinese taco truck, or sorry, this tiny food truck, and I sat down with a guy. And I even though I was super duper tired because it was 7 p.m. Keep in mind, Sunday night I had 4 hours. Monday night I had 5. Tuesday night I had 1.5, and last night, Monday night I had 1. Anyway, point is, I got barely any sleep because I had midterms, I had quizzes coming up, and I had to wake up early, 5 a.m. on Monday, 4 a.m. on Tuesday, 5 a.m. today, right? But the point being, even though I was super tired, I got so much energy out of talking to this guy. His name is Yi Feng, right? He's international student from China. First year here at USC as a master student. But I just sat and talked with him. I was super curious about him, his life in China, and it just came naturally, genuinely came naturally. So I know I enjoy doing that. I also really do enjoy building stuff. I enjoy working in teams. I enjoy playing sports and being really competitive. And so ultimately, I really enjoy my alone time and just building, right? But what that really means is that I have to look at the things, combine all those things together and kind of see which paths help me accelerate to my ultimate goal, right? whatever that ultimate goal is, I need to make sure that all my skills and all my interests are aligned to that goal, or just whatever I do, it's just building those skills, building that passion, and just making something happen, making it unique to me, leveraging the skills that I already have. So that's it. I know today's video is a lot longer. Ow! Ooh! I kind of cut myself earlier, but anyway, I'm just excited for the future, man. And I will say this, right? I'll reflect on it later, but TLDR, this company, I've been at it for 2 years, and I've sacrificed a lot. I've gotten into two car accidents, totaled my car, basically, totaled other people's cars, and I didn't have weekends. I still don't have weekends. I have to wake up early. I have to I sleep late for training clients, and I don't have time to hang out. I didn't make the most of USC's resources the entire time I was here because I was just busy working, training, all that stuff. And at first I was like, damn, what a waste. But sunk cost fallacy, right? Like, I learned a lot, super valuable life skills. I learned how to read human nature. I learned how to protect myself against other people, right? And one of the most important lessons I learned was do not listen to what a person has to say. Look at what a person does. That will tell you a lot more about their character, their nature, and who they are, as opposed to them, raising you up with their eloquence and their mannerisms and their charisma. That's a life lesson that I will take with me to my grave, right? There's so many other things too, but just looking at life more objectively, seeing how humans really are, especially when they're at their worst, and just seeing what incentives can do to a person. But anyway, it's currently 12 a.m. I think. Long day today, I'm not gonna lie, but I really enjoyed the last few the last couple hours. I had a really nice dinner at 7 p.m. At that food truck, had a beautiful conversation. I went to Barnes & Noble's and literally got this book, listened to the audiobook on the way there, and it's currently, and I came back, I hit the sauna literally just now for 20 minutes, it was really nice, and it's 12:31, I'm going to a cafe tomorrow, I have a lot of work to do, I'm going to study options there, but life is good, genuinely, we have it so good. If you're watching this, there's a good chance you have it really good, because you have access to a device and internet. So make use of it. I know you can do it. And like I said, really reflect on those two questions. What are you good at, relative to your other skills, and what do you have an inclination towards? What do you actually love doing or love, talking about? Marry those two together, find opportunities that really allow you to nurture those things and really flourish with those things, and that is how you will become successful in life. That is what I'm going to do, and we'll see how that goes for me. And we'll see if I follow it. I hope I do. But with that being said, remember to be better daily. I will be better tomorrow by sleeping early, getting a lot of sleep. And last but not least, remember to hit that subscribe button. If you watched it this far, I hope I provided a lot of value. I am planning to provide so much more, especially with all the ideas that I have moving forward, and with all the free time that I will have in the near future as I make a big life pivot. But with that being said, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm exhausted, but life is good. That's not me complaining, that is me being very grateful, because I wouldn't appreciate sleep if I wasn't this tired. So, that being said, have a beautiful rest of your day or night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.